Hey, no fancy editing, just straight value, so let's get to it. And today we're going to talk about email secrets, and this is going to be specifically related to e-commerce email marketing, okay? So most of the times people use design-based emails. I would say 90% of the time people just send design-based emails, and that's actually the way you should be doing. But when they send text-based emails, they just send garbage corporate crap. That's really what I like to call it. Because text-based emails are actually the thing that's going to give you the most money if you do it the right way, okay? And the less text-based emails you send, the more powerful they are. But what brands do is they either send too many text-based emails, or the ones they send are complete trash, and they actually tend to create uh, a negative thing for your brand. There's a word for it, but you get the point, right? A negative impact for your brand, right? So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to write text-based emails for e-commerce stores specifically, okay? And the idea here, it's just basically to add a human touch to things, because 95% of the companies out there and brands, they try to quote unquote follow the rules, and they tend to be this corporate type brand, which is not what you should be doing when it comes to marketing, okay? Marketing is all about human psychology. We need to sound human. We need to be human here. And all these emails examples I'm going to show you, like I rarely send them. But when I do, I can guarantee you, and I know, like, we're going to print money. Even when I tell a client, yo, we're going to send this email this day, he already knows we're going to make more money, right? So let's begin with this very first email. And this is a good example of a text-based email that you should be sending to your list, okay? All right. Hey, Jose. Michael here from Brand. So I probably shouldn't be doing this, but hey, sometimes you gotta hook up the people who actually read the emails. So I'm giving you a 15% off code, Mike. All of this just sounds natural, right? And all of this also has a lot of copy points. This is basically the way you read copy, and it's kind of like, it's a way to see how efficient the copy is. I'm not gonna teach you this today, but I will certainly, most likely, make a video about it in the future. But it's basically the way you read copy, right? And this email, I mean, since I understand the language of copy, like, this email is just really good when it comes to that aspect. Keep it between us. Nobody else knows about this. Use it, grab that, whatever you've been eyeing on, and shop with code Mike. Again, even the code itself, Mike, just natural. It's a natural thing, right? Remember, this call will only be live for 24 hours. After that, I have to delete it so I don't get caught, right? Very smart. Now, this is another thing that I don't see anyone do, and this is, again, because people are afraid of doing this because they think their list might not like it, but this is what people are craving for. This is what they want. And sometimes, like, we even receive messages from people saying, yo, that email was amazing. I love that meme. I love this. This is what people like. And if people like you, they're going to buy from you, okay? And not only this, like, with this type of email, people are going to like you, and they're going to buy from you because you're giving them something, okay? You need to understand this, all right? So use memes. Trust me, use memes. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Everyone knows this guy or this meme, right? Michael, the probably in trouble staff guy at Brand, and then the magic button that we all know that brands start doing. Brands, all right. This is the first email, and you can see that it just sounds natural, right? It feels like the idea here is to actually feel like somebody from the brand sent you this. And another thing, every time I send these types of emails, I always change the sender name and the email itself. So for example, let's use Braz as an example, or Dr. Squatch. In this case, Mike. The sender email, it's going to be Mike Dr. Squatch. And the email, it's going to be mike@drsquatch.com, right? That's an example. All right, that's the first email. Let's go to the second one. Now, this email, I actually stole this idea from a competitor of one of my clients. And God, like, I stole it and I change it. I completely change it in a way that it's like I stole the idea, but I frame it in a completely different way. Let's put it that way, and it ripped, as you can imagine, right? I mean, this email particularly has no image. I thought it would be better to not have an image, but most of my emails, text-based, they do have a meme. Okay, so keep that in mind. Hi there, Arthur from Finance here. We're currently running a sale and it ends in 2 days. Could you please not place an order? This sale was terrible for my spreadsheets. If you were already thinking about grabbing something, please get it after the sale. Our profit margins are terrible because of this sale. And this is just a way of saying that the sale is really good, right? Do me a favor and get what you need once the price goes back to normal. No one here at Brian knows I'm sending this. Visit store, thanks in advance, finance guy Arthur, and then the brand name. This rips, okay? This is a killer. So yeah, like, this is how you need to be sending text-based emails. All right, now let's go to the last one. And this was something that I 100% stole. And you've probably seen this before. It's a very popular email that people use a lot of times, or at least recently. And this is something that works. And that's why I'm showing you this one, because I don't want to give you too much sauce. And you can notice that this one does not have an image, because the ones with image are actually the ones that, you know, they have more context behind things, and they tend to perform the best as well, okay? Just like the very first one. And yes, the very first one of all the three was the one that, worked the best. And it's just giving a code, pretty much, right? This one was really good too, but I think this one performed better. All right. So, hey Jose, Peter here. I've got exciting news. Just for fun, we're going to randomly choose 3 orders placed within the next 24 hours to get a full refund. We felt called to blast a few of you with a surprise, so if there is something you've been eyeing on, now is the perfect time. And it's funny how people actually fall for this. Now, we are lying here, like we're not going to refund. I guess this is like not, how do I say, a positive thing. Maybe if you want to actually do this, you can. But for some of my clients, we didn't refund anything. But my God, like, we got a lot more orders. And the crazy part is that we actually got orders above average, right? Because people think they're going to get a refund, or they have a chance to get a refund, right? So brand co-founder, PS, I will personally send you an email if you win. And then the magic button once again from brands that everyone is now using. So yeah, these were 3 ideas that you can do yourself for text-based emails. And like, the thing with text-based emails is that every time you send one, it must be a banger. It needs to be a really good fucking email, okay? And these are actually the hardest emails to make compared to the design ones, because to the design ones, copy isn't that important. It is, but since you have the design and the structure of the email also helps. Like, it's better to get clicks, right? But when you're doing a text-based email, you only have words, you only have text, and people are used to fancy images and all this shit, all this crap. For example, I prefer to receive stuff like this than design-based, but that's just me, right? But generally speaking, people have low attention spans, and if you send a bad text-based email, it's actually going to be bad for your brand. But if you send a good one, people are going to love you. People are going to buy from you, like you. It's crazy. You just need to have the right ideas and also the right, how do I say this, story behind your brand as well. Okay, this is very important, because some of the names, because I give names to certain people, and people sometimes, like, they already know who this person is, or who, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's something that it just works really, really well. And again, for some of my clients, when people receive a text-based email, they get excited because they know it's going to be something good, right? And again, like in most of the or the emails that receive the most replies are text-based emails. You know, so yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching all of this. I appreciate it. And if you need any help with your brand and especially crafting top of the line text-based emails, which is honestly not very easy at all, you are in the right place because copy is my thing. And yeah, in e-commerce, generally speaking, like copywriting, it's actually not that good. On info, you got a lot of good copy, but on ecom, you know, it's a weak point, and people do not get advantage of it. They always try to be corporate. They always try to quote unquote follow the rules. None of that shit. Okay. So yeah, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Yeah, wish you an amazing rest of the day.